Beep beep! Hello! How are we? Welcome to the Court of the EDI Jester. Why aren't you a warrior teacher? You know, it's not just for teachers. Anybody can become. The idea is I give you some teaching skills. That's the whole point. So it's not just for teachers. Anybody can be a warrior teacher. And anybody is. I've got people from 35 to 74. From somebody with a biology degree or a PhD in maths to, a grandmother who's worried about her grandchildren. Or a grandfather that's worried about the future of the country. All those sorts of things. That's what I've got. No reason why you can't become one, just like everybody else. Let me get me tea, I need a drink. Hang on. Is the colour all right today? Because I get moaned at about that. What did I get moaned at about yesterday? Not ironing my shirts. Up yours. So, what do we have today? This is really interesting. Some of you will already be familiar with the work of Kara Dansky. Kara does the most extraordinary work in this field, has been a stalwart feminist fighting for reality, what we're all interested in, and also she's author of The Reckoning and the Abolition of Sex, and president of the WDI USA, which is the American chapter of the Women's Declaration International. So Kara's a big player, okay? So I was really pleased to find a tweet from Kara about a case. So we are today in the Americas. Oh, say, can you see? We're in America. Okay, so a case has been settled, says Kara, resulting in a major win for students and parents who don't wish to affirm people's gender identities. Now, this is important. Remember, with the gay movement, we were sort of like, yeah, we're just here. We just want to be here and be left alone and be legal and please just give us the same as you've got, which is what happened. Who was it? Bill Krause, who was a big player in America in the gay rights movement, died of AIDS, sadly. But Bill Krause said it. We're not asking for anything special. We're just asking that you agree that we're human. That's the gay movement in one sentence right there. Sort of thing Simon Fanshawe would say. That's the gay movement right there. Me, I'd get, not enough pink. The LGBTQIA2s+Nutters and trans and gender lunatics, right? That's not what they want. Because it's forced, isn't it? No, you must. You've got to recognise I'm Napoleon. What's your name? I'm Anne Boleyn. Hey up, heads up, hands here. We have to recognise that people are living in a fantasy, not doing it. Delusional crap. So Kara points us towards a very important piece in which the Parents Defending Education's lawsuit against Lynmar Community School District has ended in a settlement agreement that will end the use of speech silencing policy that punished students who misgender others. This is really the nasty end of it, isn't it? This is the really, you will goose step or else. That's the really nasty end of it, isn't it? After Parents Defending Education, well done, Parents Defending Education, prevailed in the US Court of Appeals for the 8th Circuit, Lynmar has agreed to rescind and promised never to reinstate the portion of policy 504-13-R that prohibits an intentional and or persistent refusal by staff or students to respect a student's gender identity. So this was a clause written into their school procedurals where teachers very driven by policy, essentially saying, you will recognise gender identity as real. So that person comes in and says, you are Alexander the Great. And how old are you, Alexander? 14. What makes you think you're Alexander the Great? Well, I was born in the wrong body, as you can see. I have the female body, but actually my brain is of a male, Alexander the Great. Okay, so you're 14. What's your ambition? I intend to conquer the known world by the time I'm 25. Okay. Well, would everybody welcome Alexander? No. So, PD's Parents Defending Education's lawsuit and the resulting settlement means that Lynmar community schools may no longer use this policy to chill student speech and ignore the guaranteed protections of the First Amendment. Parents Defending Education is thrilled, in a quote, that Lynmar community schools has agreed to respect the First Amendment rights of its student going forward, said Parents Defending Education President Nicole Neely. I hope that's right, Nicole Neely. This settlement sends a clear message that student speech may not be compelled by administrators when it comes to gender issues, and a reminder to districts that the viewpoint discrimination in public schools is wrong, full stop. PDE also challenged the parental exclusion policy component of policy 504.13 13-R, which stated that parents of students in 7th grade and older did not have the right to know their child's gender identity at school. That's surreal. Right, so get your head around it. You will speak how we speak. You will talk how I tell you to talk, and you will respect the mentally ill, the deranged, and the, whatever it may be, because I tell you that you should. Oh, and by the way, if the individual that's demanding that you do this does it at school but not at home, we won't tell the parents. Holy cow, it's a cult. See? That's it, it's a cult. You will say what we say, there's the mantras. We'll remove you from your loved ones. This is a cult. Look up at Q, cult. Plain and simple. There it is. Black and white. As said in the Lords recently. It's a cult. So they said that it stated students in 7th grade or older did not have the right to know their child's gender identity at school. In the wake of PDE's lawsuit, the state of Iowa, which we were there recently, didn't we? Iowa, land of grain and cow, I believe, not potato, as I've previously said. Iowa passed a bill banning districts from knowingly giving false or misleading information to parents about their child's gender identity, which the 8th Circuit found mooted PDE's appeal on that issue. However, PDE's research has identified more than 1,000 districts across the country that still maintain that policy. So, as I mentioned this in the Iowa thing the other day. So their point became moot once Iowa had passed the law, but it was an important point to make nevertheless. And congratulations to PDE, Parents Defending Education, for your work on this particular area. It's just fantastic that you've made such headway. And Iowa are now doing it, but dangerously at the end there's 1,000. They found 1,000 more that are still doing it. Forced speech. Parental alienation. It's a cult. What I'd like to know is how many children in Britain are lying to their parents with the collusion of their school and teachers. That's what I'd like to know. I want to see school policies in which gender identity is simply placed for what it is, a nonsense. It does not exist. It is part of a cult belief system, and that's what schools should be teaching. End of story. And then those whimpering fools that think they're something they're not can go in and get the help they need or just leave. Homeschool them. What does it matter? They've got nothing to offer. They're deranged, so they've got nothing to offer. They need help. So we need to sort out how we're going to do that. As if we don't know that already. America, see? That's a good one, isn't it? Leading the way on that. But is this problem over here? And is it now going to get bigger? America has far more of a problem with it than I think we do. And people keep saying, well, I keep saying most school teachers don't know what they're doing, but we are getting to the point rapidly. And this was pointed out by the Jesuits and the warrior teachers to me, where I was lambasted for my naivety. Because I said that some teachers don't know what's going on. We are rapidly getting to the point where if they don't, it's professional misconduct. Where if you're not a teacher and you're not up to speed, then I suggest that you are actually guilty of professional misconduct. Because you haven't done the work. Look at that nuttery that I did in that video about, I've got to do some more of that, but it takes so long to do it. CIPD. That woman, the lunatic that was doing the teaching, the one you could hear, that's going to be 1 in whatever teachers. 1 in 40? 1 in 50? How many is it? 1 in 10? 1 in 100? 1 in 1,000? Because it shouldn't be 1 in any. Gender identity ideology, LGBTQ and all the stuff that comes with it should be taught to schools as a cult, which is what it is. Stay away from gay kids, you conversion therapy swine. Anyway, that's me getting angry. Red today. Red. I'll see you later.